This is exactly right.
Get into the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event and get away with a deal so right, it almost feels wrong.
Right now, you can get great deals on Hyundai's most popular models,
including the adventure-ready SUVs like the Hyundai Santa Fe or Santa Fe Hybrid and the Tucson or Tucson Hybrid.
Plus, there's the bold and stylish Elantra loaded with the latest tech.
Or go all-electric with the Ioniq 5 or the Ioniq 9.
So get down to your local Hyundai dealer and get away with a deal you'll love during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Visit HyundaiUSA.com for details.
Goodbye. Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora Jewelry.
Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and moments that make the season unforgettable.
From sun-kissed metals to personalized pieces ready to be engraved with your summer mantra.
Each design moves with you from beach days to golden nights and every memory in between.
Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection in-store or online at pandora.net and let your summer unfold. Goodbye.
This episode is supported by FX's The Shards, a seductive drama from executive producer Ryan Murphy.
Set in 1980s Los Angeles, the series follows a group of glamorous, deeply entangled high school seniors drawn into a life of wealth, beauty, parties, and excess.
At its center is Brett, whose reality begins to unravel when the arrival of a new student coincides with a series of mysterious murders. FX's The Shards, now streaming on Hulu.
Goodbye. Hello.
And welcome
to My Favorite Murder.
That's Georgia Hardstark.
That's Karen Kilgariff.
And we have a very special show for you today because for the last 5 years, our guests have hosted the podcast Trust Me, Cults, Extreme Belief and Manipulation, where they dig into the psychology of cults and how they operate.
Each week they speak with guests who've escaped cults like Heaven's Gate, the Manson Family, QAnon, and of course, NXIVM.
Please welcome to the show the hosts of Exactly Right's newest podcast, Trust Me, Lola, Blanc, and Meagan Elizabeth.
Hi!
Yay!
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome, like here and here.
Thank you.
We're so excited to be here. Yeah.
Same.
It's very exciting. It's very exciting to see you.
Yeah.
It's very exciting to see your outfits today.
Thank you so much. We worked really hard on them.
Really nice.
You guys showed up with the outfits. I love it.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I probably shouldn't say this because then I'm going to get a bunch of DMs, but you dropped into my DMs on Instagram and I knew your podcast and loved it. And you're like, we're leaving this network. What's up? And I'm like, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Immediately.
I mean, it's such a good fit. I don't
it's
know.
such a good
I
fit.
feel like we're so at home.
Yeah.
Everyone here's so great. Anyway,
Yeah.
We're happy to have you guys
And
here.
it's such a good podcast.
Yeah.
You guys,
Thank you.
I mean, like, it's so impressive. There's a lot of them out there, but I think it really does. It raises the bar for the genre, the way you guys talk about it and the empathy you can talk about it from. I mean, we'll get into all of it, but congratulations. And we're so happy to have you.
Thank you. Oh my gosh.
Let's start off with the way you guys... Should we start with the way you guys start your podcast by discussing the cultiest thing you've got going on this week?
Yeah.
I was so excited to think of one.
Okay, Meagan, do you want to share?
My cultiest thing of the week is there is this new TikTok cult that's going around. It's called Children of the Waning Star.
Waning Star, I'm
yes,
in it.
thank you.
You're
Okay. You're in it.
I'm
You've-
just obsessed with TikTok.
Okay,
so
great. So
whatever
you've seen
cult.
that people are putting in the like star and the fingerprint emoji, and then immediately rumors are starting of like people are sacrificing their pets and all of these horrible things. And at the end of the day, none of that is actually happening.
Yeah.
But the TikTok algorithm in itself is a cult, and all of the most extreme things that it can get its hand on, its hands. The algorithm has hands.
Maybe multiple
Yes, it
hands.
does.
And myriad
They're very
hands.
sticky hands too. 'Cause
It just pushes it out. And the more extreme a belief, the more extreme a piece of news, whether it be real or fake, boom, it's out there, the end. And now people think that this is a real cult. So,
Yeah.
you know, that we try to keep it topical, and that's what's happening this week.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
We've it's so interesting because we talk about cults a lot, but then there's a whole part of the internet that's so obsessed with cults that they'll get fixated on deciding that something is a cult.
Right.
And then they kind of become their own cult because they're obsessed with taking down this cult. And a lot of the time it's completely exaggerated or just like taken out of context, you know, that kind of thing. And yeah.
Yeah, it'll be like a small comment, and then that'll be the news story. It's
Yeah.
just
Like the problem is the like solution, not the problem.
Yes, exactly.
You know?
In this particular case, although we do see a lot of real online cults popping up left and right, which we get into a lot.
There's so many.
And it's so wild to start to understand that people live so much online these days that to someone like me who the internet started when I was in my mid-20s, so it's just like take it or leave it. But there's people who live on it constantly. So that idea of somehow suddenly following someone, being with them every day, like that, getting kind of inundated by that is very common these days.
Totally.
Yeah. We're like at the peak loneliness in America, like ever in history. So, of course, we're going to look online for community and for some source of identity. And there are so many hucksters out there ready and willing to sell you on something to provide that answer to you.
Absolutely. Like podcasts.
Yeah. For example, yeah.
The time is now.
Lola, what's your cultiest thing?
I'm kind of stealing it from Meagan, actually.
Okay.
So I'm always fascinated by the way that cults and authoritarian regimes love to limit evidence-based information. They like to attack science and make you basically stop believing in reality so that they can fit their own truth in there. We know that that's happening in the current Trump administration with 402 attacks on science. And there are a number of reasons for that. But actually connecting to that is a poem that somebody from Meagan's cult that she grew up in, which we will talk about, wrote, who has been accused of
a lot of I'm not sure if he wrote it, he shared it. But
he shared it.
Yes, but he's just been accused of acting inappropriately with minors. And the 2x2s, which is my cult, love a good poem. And by good poem, I mean bad
creepy ass poem.
So go ahead, Lola.
Okay, I'm only going to read the first half because this will take too long. But okay. If you know of a thing that will darken the joy of a man, a woman, a girl, or a boy, that will wipe out a smile or the least way annoy or be the thing they're hoped to destroy, the best thing to do is forget it.
All caps.
Oh.
If you know of a thing that will sadden the heart or hinder any from doing their part or cause an old wound to sting or to smart, don't be the one to give it a start. Be the one who can forget it.
All caps.
All caps. It goes on.
This whole time, I haven't needed to be on pharmaceuticals for my
so
depression.
easy. You just forget your problem.
Why is this the first I'm hearing about this? Damn it.
Doy.
Yeah.
To me, it just like, it's so fascinating because, of course, somebody who's been accused of something is like, well, don't think those negative thoughts. Just forget it. Don't worry about the things that maybe make you uncomfortable or are very alarming or a crime. Just forget it.
Forget it.
Just because something rhymes doesn't mean it's right.
And that is the rhyme as reason effect.
That really is.
Really?
Yeah.
Shut up. Tell me more.
Oh, that's a cognitive bias. We're
Foxy
more
Noxie, Amanda Knox.
Yeah. She talked about that on her show at one point.
Oh my God.
If something, the easier information is to process, the more likely we are to believe it's true. So rhyming can actually make things feel more true.
It's like the headline. If that's salacious, it doesn't matter what's in the article. It's just like the thing that you see first is like
if
the rhyme or the
glove don't fit, you must acquit.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
We're full of things like that.
Actual information.
Right.
Yeah.
We're so
What's that
into
like?
it. What's your cult thing? For
Okay,
the week?
my cult, and you could also call it alcoholism probably, is rosé. Like, it's weird how obsessed I've become with it as like what it means to my day. I'm not trying to drink it all the time, but when I do, I feel like I'm having a better day.
Yeah.
And it's become, I don't even want any other alcohol. If there's no alcohol in the house, I won't drink it. But if there's rosé, does that sound like I'm drinking too much?
Well, how much do you drink once you finally make the decision?
Not like a can.
Okay.
And that's the other thing too, like a can of wine is...
But listen, I used Diet Coke as my cultiest thing one week. And I already shared with y'all, you guys have a plethora of Diet Coke in the refrigerator here at this beautiful studio.
Because we all belong to the
That's right.
cult of Diet Coke.
We do.
And I think that brands or things can become culty and they give us comfort. They give us...
Well, we have this loyalty.
Yeah.
To it. Someone offers me a Diet Pepsi, I'm like, excuse me?
Yeah, exactly.
It just like says something about the user or the person who, it says something about me that I'm not... If I'm drinking a beer, that's one thing. If I'm drinking a rosé, to me, it's a totally different thing.
As someone who has never had alcohol in her life due to my Mormon upbringing, I cannot relate to this, but I like how it sounds.
It looks good.
And as someone who's no longer allowed to have alcohol because I've had too much of it, I I also like how it sounds.
It's all very, very familiar.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, because I couldn't decide because I think there's a lot of things I do in my life that are very culty, or like I love to fall into a little rhythm and habit. That's like something I really can do and rely on. So then it's like, great, it'll be mindless. Every morning I'll have a vanilla latte, or every blah, I'll do this and it'll get me through. But lately, and going back to TikTok, shopping for clothes on TikTok, where there's no way the size is going to be right. There's no way the material is going to be what I want it to be, or what the picture looks like. It's truly rolling the dice Las Vegas style and knowing you're going to lose and doing it anyway. I ordered a shirt that I tried on this morning that I couldn't stop laughing because it felt like it was made of wax. It was the weirdest texture. It was where I was like, well, it was only $9. So what was I thinking? That I was just going to get a gorgeous blouse for my next dinner party? And I keep going back. I won't be convinced that it's going to not work the next time.
Okay, but that's because sometimes it does work. And
really
that's
well.
intermittent reinforcement, which is how cults work.
Yes, when you get a $9 shirt that is actually 100% cotton, and you're like, wait, you can't find these for $80 in America. Like, there is a treasure hunt aspect to it.
You get addicted to like, is this going to be the good one?
Yes.
And usually not.
Right.
Yes, almost never.
And that dopamine hit too. Like I have the shopping dopamine hit of like with vintage shopping, like finding a treasure.
Yeah.
But there's been so much trash, and and that doesn't matter. I'll still,
Never. Same.
It's hard to adjust.
I'm obsessed.
Well, amazing. I mean, like, if you liked what we just did right there, guys, you're going to love Lola and Meagan's show. This episode is supported by FX's The Shards, a seductive drama from executive producer Ryan Murphy.
Set in 1980s Los Angeles, the series follows a group of glamorous, deeply entangled high school seniors drawn into a life of wealth, beauty, parties, and excess.
At its center is Brett, whose reality begins to unravel when the arrival of a new student coincides with a series of mysterious murders. FX's The Shards, now streaming on Hulu.
Goodbye.
Summer means a whole new world for your feet.
They're walking more, sweating more, and going barefoot all day long.
For summer feet that need real comfort, there's Bombas.
Bombas has a whole line of sport-specific socks for golf, yoga, the gym, and every kind of runner.
They also make soft, supportive compression socks that are especially great for summer travel.
Bombas sandals and slides are made from super lightweight, cushy, waterproof EVA foam, so they feel incredibly comfortable.
And the best part? For every item you buy, Bombas donates an essential clothing item to someone facing housing insecurity, with over 200 million donations and counting.
I wore my Bombas compression socks on the plane ride to and from Italy. And listen, I'm a girl of a certain age at this point. It needs to be done. And I felt so comfy and so secure with my cute little Bombas socks.
So head over to bombas.com/MFM and use code MFM for 20% off your first purchase.
That's BOMBAS.com/MFM, code MFM at checkout. Goodbye.
Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora Jewelry.
Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and unforgettable moments that make the season so special.
Whether you're planning a weekend getaway, gathering with friends, or simply soaking up every sunny day, Pandora Jewelry offers meaningful pieces designed to celebrate your unique story.
From sun-kissed metals that catch the light beautifully to personalized pieces ready to be engraved with your summer mantra, every detail is crafted to help you express yourself with confidence and style.
Explore charms, bracelets, rings, necklaces, and more, thoughtfully designed to complement every adventure and occasion.
Each design moves with you, from beach days and road trips to rooftop dinners, golden nights, and every memory in between.
Layer your favorite looks, mark life's meaningful moments, and create lasting reminders of a season you'll never want to forget.
Find the pieces that reflect who you are and where this summer takes you.
Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection in-store or online at pandora.net and let your summer unfold.
Goodbye. So let's talk about everyone's favorite thing, red flags.
Ooh,
Yes.
yeah.
What are some red flags you can tell us about, like the thing, intermittent,
Reinforcement.
thank you. And then the rhyming thing was called,
The rhyme as reason effect.
thank you. So red flags, right?
Yes.
Love bombing.
Yeah.
Huge. That'll probably be the first thing you'll notice.
How does that look when it's not in a relationship? Because I know love bombing when it's, in a relationship, like personal, romantic.
Well, it'll just look like, oh my gosh, you're exactly a right fit for this. Lots of personal attention, lots of everything you've been wanting and needing. Who doesn't love personal attention?
Sure.
It can come from a group. It can come from a person. And it's very addicting.
Yeah, I mean, the term, I believe, comes from cults originally. It was a tactic used to recruit people where, like, the girls would go out and be like, oh, my gosh, don't
Flirty
you want to
fishing.
come?
Yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah, agree with that one. I think also when, like, okay, so I did the... Can we talk about Scientology?
Yeah.
You want to talk about Scientology? I did the, like, Scientology stress test one time. And what the result, first of all, the IQ test was nonsense. It was completely, like, it didn't make sense.
Yeah.
It wasn't based on
Wasn't
IQ.
translating.
No.
Yeah.
But at the end of it, they basically, like, told me how in danger I am and how they could provide the solution. They were like, you are so anxious. And I was like, yes, true. However, I'm not going to pay all of the money you are telling me to pay to go to your courses. There's like a breaking down of like, oh no, there's something wrong with you, and then providing the solution.
Right.
And that's, I think, why these online cults are really powerful too, because they offer easy solutions. So a lot of them start off with diets. This is our little like shake regiment that I made up, and you're gonna love it. And you're like, I want to lose some weight, let's say.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm on my shake regimen and I'm losing my weight. Yay. Suddenly, weirder and weirder things start to be introduced, but you've already been primed that it's a working, normal thing to do. And now you're in a group of other people who are doing it, who are also like, no, it seems normal.
I've never thought of that being like a gateway to something that has nothing to do with nutrition and diet and stuff.
Yeah, and we wonder sometimes if it's conscious that they went that way, or because like once you're hungry,
Right.
you're more susceptible to
Yes, for sure.
Low blood sugar going.
Yeah,
Then
yeah,
when
yeah.
people do accept you, you're more excited, right? It's like
Exactly.
the lows and the highs are lower and higher.
Yeah, exactly.
But food is just a really easy way to grab people because it's a need that we all, it's an easy one. So we can see that a lot playing out.
Yeah. And whenever there is a strong inclination to make you feel afraid of like a different group, that's like a huge one, because that fear is something that can then be capitalized on to, again, offer you a solution to all of that fear you're feeling.
Right. And to prove you right because other people around you feel the same way. So, yeah.
Yeah. And to just simplify that and even further, it's like even if you're in a narcissistic or abusive, which we know it like it's narcissistic gets
Thrown around a lot.
But if you're
I love to do that.
but if you're in a narcissistic or abusive relationship, very soon after the love bombing phase, it's going to be like your friends are awful,
Isolating you.
Yeah. So you can kind of see it play out on a stage that might be more normal or grounded for people, because who hasn't gotten involved with somebody like that?
Yeah. And my friends are crazy. So if someone else points out like that fact, it's true.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what I love about them.
Yeah, exactly.
It's so interesting. It sounds so similar to a romantic relationship with the love bombing and the like abusive, controlling stuff. Are certain people more susceptible to that, do you think, than others? I'm such a cynic. I can't imagine. That's part of it, right? Like that's what could be used against me.
I mean, exactly. What could be used against you is a cult of cynical people,
right?
Who are like, I would never join a cult,
right? The goths.
Let's talk about it together for hours on end.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something we talk about a lot. But what we find over and over and over again is there are all kinds of people that join. Women seem to be more open to talking about it, but men also join. And it's really more about where they are in their life that makes them maybe a little bit more vulnerable to manipulation in that moment. But it's not necessarily a personality trait that recurs.
Yeah, if you're going through a breakup, if you're going through financial hardship, if you've lost somebody, just be really careful because people prey upon you.
Yeah.
Because you're looking for an answer. You're not grounded like you usually would
Or
be.
you're just young and open-minded, because people get targeted just because they're young a lot, you know?
Totally.
That's right. So this show has been going on for 5 years.
This is crazy to hear you say.
5
I cannot believe
years.
it's been 5 years.
5 years.
What the hell?
And you guys kicked it off by talking, Lola, about your background.
Yes.
And so do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So I was raised just a regular Mormon, just a mainstream Mormon, which is not the polygamous kind for those who get confused about that.
Right.
And after my parents got divorced, my mom was a single lady who had been been excommunicated from the church and had gone through this whole process of rebuilding her, repenting, basically. And a man targeted her at a Mormon singles dance and spent several months basically convincing her. She didn't believe him at first, of course, but spent several months preying upon her Mormon beliefs to convince her that he was the new prophet of God.
Wow.
And the context for this, which I think is really important, is that one, the founder of Mormonism, Joseph Smith, was a guy in the 1800s who just was like, I had a vision, I got the new church, I'm going to do it. Right. And so the whole like foundation of the religion is basically like a guy being like, I had a vision. So it leaves room for other guys to come along. And also there's a part of the belief system where there's like part of the scripture was hidden away until the end times. So there have been numerous men at this point who've been like, I found the hidden scripture called the sealed portion. And to make matters significantly worse, maybe the most important detail here is that my mom had had a dream prior to meeting this man about a man that she would meet. And it felt really significant. And he had this very specific look. She said he looked like Brendan Fraser. And she meets this guy at the dance, and he looks just like the guy from her dream. And she's been in this Mormon culture where dreams are really important. Yeah. And signs from God are really important. So he was able to prey upon that. He recognized that. And over time, he did indoctrinate her. And we were eventually separated at his command. And she had a very harrowing experience on her own, which we don't necessarily need to get into today. But we did get out, and we are much better now. And we talk about it very openly. And now my mom is an advocate for people who are in cults and leaving cults.
Wow.
Incredible.
That's amazing.
Wow. That's really something as kind of like you, through the eyes of a child, kind of like had that experience, which I wonder the difference there, because an adult's going in with the ego of I would never be convinced, or I'm not going to do something I wouldn't believe, as opposed to kind of the open mind of a child of like, I'm seeing all of this. And do you think that you had an insight that maybe your mother didn't have because you were young and less experienced?
No, but I will say I had witnessed my mom. My mom is like, just sees the best in everyone. And there are like certain just like antisocial personality types are really drawn to people like her. So I had seen a couple of people already kind of target her in the past. So I was skeptical of him at first, but I think it was just because of that experience. Yeah. And then the minute I like found their emails to each other about how he was a prophet, I was like, oh, sick, he's a prophet. This is so cool. We're chosen. The prophet. Yeah. And then I was chosen by God too to like help bring about the end of days, so that was cool.
Yes.
Wow.
And that's on our first episode that we ever did.
Yeah.
We go fully into that with your mom. Yeah.
What was the process of like extracting yourself and your own and becoming your own person outside of that?
Big question.
Tell us step by step.
Well, she actually, she was, what is the best way to phrase this? So there had been men that had come to where she was staying, where she'd been told to stay. And there was a man who had come there basically because the prophet was like, hey, you can go. There's this woman you can go take advantage of. He saw what she was living through and broke down crying and got her out.
Oh, my God.
Which is not usually how things go. No. But he just felt so bad. He's actually still in our lives. But after that, honestly, it was a years-long process. We didn't really talk about it for years. Like, it was just kind of something we pretended didn't happen. And then my mom started talking about it openly. And then she got her PhD in media psychology. And now we we've processed the fuck out of it.
That's amazing.
That's incredible.
But it took a long time.
Yeah. That's great. And Meagan, do you want to talk about your experience?
Sure. I wish it had been processed. It is not. But I'm fourth generation on both sides of my family, 2 by 2. So some people call it doesn't technically have a name, which is baked into the cultiness of it. Some people call it the truth, the way, the 2 by 2s. Basically, if you were super into Archie comic books when you were younger, you might have been a part of it. That's like one of the big tells is that we were all given a bunch of Archies.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. But sometimes people are like, that's not the one I was in. And then I'm like, is it the Archie one? And they're like, yeah.
That's the tell.
Did they change the content to make it like Archie's supporting?
No.
Oh, okay.
What is it about Archie?
We weren't allowed to have television. We weren't allowed to watch movies. We weren't supposed to do anything entertaining. So for some reason, people were like, let them read Archie's.
Wow.
At least they can do that. And we
It's
did.
like a ghost from 1952 came in.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's such an interesting fact, like a
Yeah.
little tidbit. If
Yeah.
you ever see someone with an Archie tattoo, you're like,
I'm
what's
like,
up?
What's up? Yeah.
I know you.
What was like the basic tenet of that?
That's a great question.
Okay.
So since they haven't written anything down, really nobody knows. Essentially, this man named William Irvine had what I would call a manic episode in like 1897 where he got really depressed on New Year's Eve and was like, I found a verse, I think it's in Matthew, that was like, I'll send them out 2 by 2 and they'll have no home and they'll go out and la 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 la. And he was like that. And so he was like the Scotsman, very charismatic. And he started this homeless ministry. We go out 2 by 2 and we have no possessions. And people loved it.
Yeah.
And Ireland, well, actually, I'll back up a second. People hated it, but some people loved it.
The people who loved it,
yeah,
loved
the
it.
people
Really?
who loved it, loved it.
Yeah.
The people who he was telling they were going to hell and like this church is evil, that church is evil, any church that's not our church is evil. They were like, shut up. And there's so many newspaper clippings that now I've seen at the time where people are like, William's on it again, like he's often preaching. But he ends up losing his mind completely and he's excommunicated and he ends up dying in Israel in like 1914 and is just kind of maybe later, maybe 1920 something. But he's written out of the history of it. They're embarrassed of him going off the deep end. They don't want to talk about it. They have a pretty big following at this point and they're like, let's just write him out. It came from Jesus.
Okay.
So there's no founder.
We're going back.
We're going way back. And so they just decided to erase him. So when I've growing up, 4th generation, when did your church start? I don't know about William. I've never heard about William. I go, it started from Jesus.
Yeah.
And that's what we all thought. And so the basic tenets are that strange people lived in our homes because they don't have a house, that we went to a lot of church. It's pretty much like being Amish, but also living in the normal world. There's a verse in the Bible that says you should be in the world, not of the world. So Amish people are wrong because they've taken themselves out of the world. So who
Right.
cares if you're righteous and like sweet out where no one can see you?
Right.
You need to be among the sinners, but you need to be so weird that people go, there's something different about you.
I have that. We have that. We do
You
that.
relate to that. And they go, what is it? And then you go, it's Jesus.
It's Jesus. That's my big secret.
Yeah, that's my big secret. And the amount of secrecy and level, I mean, we really lived a lot like Amish people while going to normal schools, having normal jobs. But I didn't know, like people would be like, did you see Saturday Night Live? And I was like, what the heck is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No clue.
And you had to wear long dresses.
Oh, yeah. I got to wear really long jean skirts, buns. And,
You couldn't cut your hair?
no.
Yeah.
This bob is an act of rebellion.
Hell yeah. Ditto. I love that.
Great.
Yeah.
Great decision.
We all have bobs.
We all
We're
have
all
That's a
rebels.
cult.
It's a cult.
You said rebel. I
Oh,
said
no,
cult.
same thing. A rebel cult.
Rebel cult. Exactly. Now we're susceptible. And yeah, we had to wear it in buns. I luckily did rebel. My friends would bring me clothes to school when I got a little bit older,
that's nice.
so I could wear some jeans. But yeah, you really weren't supposed to. And my mom didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when did you get out and like when did you?
Oh, well, the day my parents dropped me off at college, I was like, bye, thank you. But, I was supposed to go every Sunday and Wednesday and Sunday afternoon, and I was too busy studying for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
Did you get incredible grades?
I was getting incredible D's. And so, I never really went back. Oh, another little tenet of this is that the children in the church profess and then you start speaking in the meetings. So you don't go to a church building where somebody speaks at you. You meet in homes and everybody who's professed shares. So I would have to like pick a verse every week and like I'm supposed to be teaching people about the Bible, my least favorite book of all time. All I like is the Babysitter's Club and like doing everything the opposite of it. So I just stopped going. I stopped speaking when I went. But the fear was so heavy because this is a religion that doesn't celebrate Christmas. It doesn't celebrate Easter. It's like those are making light of Jesus. He's not like a little chicklet, furry Easter bunny kind of dude.
Yeah.
He's like, he's bringing the wrath of God and we're all going to hell. Even the people in it, most of them believe that they're going to hell. Wow. So I was very scared. And it really wasn't until this podcast that I even had some hope of like unwinding it. Because even though my big brain was like, this is ridiculous, my other brain was like, no.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the way. I mean, at the beginning when you were describing that, I'm like, this is the Catholic Church, essentially, without the skirts.
Yeah.
But I do think maybe it's not even the Catholic Church. It's just that mindset, which is they're bad and we're good and trying to like live through. So basically anything we do is justified because they're bad.
Yes.
And having those thoughts as a kid is a very weird feeling because you're like, I never questioned it, but I would have that, like, I think I've told Georgia this a bunch of times, driving to church, I would see little kids playing in the front yard at their house and be like, oh, that's too bad they're going to burn in hell. And like truly just kind of very lightly feel that pity for people. Whereas like, of course, when I got into college, same thing where I met a bunch of people outside of my town and faith and everything where I was just like, all these people are not burning in hell. This is illogical. And that kind of thing of like, it's just weird when it's inside you like that. It's just like built in.
Built in completely. Yeah.
Yeah. In Mormonism, too, we are the chosen ones. We didn't necessarily believe in hell in the traditional sense, but a lower tier of heaven. Everyone else is going to a lower tier of heaven. Yeah.
So like the waiting room of heaven.
Yeah. Condos versus mansions in heaven.
Or bottle service and VIP versus just like the regular club.
It's supposed to be just like Earth. Like if you're a bad person, heaven is just like the normal world. But if you do the right way, that's a good ass heaven.
Wow.
But like just teaching kids in general that they can like being burnt is so painful, and teaching somebody that they can be like that for eternity, that's so mean.
That's so mean.
Like really stop it.
If that's what you have to do to get children to believe in, or adults even to believe in what you're preaching, that just seems a little bit like, I don't know if you can back that up then.
You can't back that up.
Well, you don't have to back it up because it's a matter of faith.
No questioning. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So basically, do you both know, well, you just described it, the moments you had your doubt was essentially like you're saying being out in the real world.
When I was really little, I was like, no.
She was a questioner.
Yeah,
really.
I was like, I don't like it. But my problem was I was like super dyslexic. I had ADD, and I was from a family with very educated adults who had quote unquote high powered jobs. And so I was like, they're smarter than me, so I must be missing something. So that was kind of my experience.
Oh, I've never heard you say that before.
Yeah, that's cognitive dissonance, where I was like,
doubting yourself, your own.
If I can't read and this person's a surgeon, then they're probably right.
Yeah.
Right. So is your family still involved?
Totally.
4 generations. That just is a hard thing to break, probably.
They are, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And are you accepted? And
I just got back from family vacation with them.
Nice.
I couldn't love them more. You know, a lot of people are pretty over it. There was just a very big exposure in the 2x2 system where if you have people staying in people's homes, that's like a vision board for pedophiles to get involved in the group. And they've been covering it up. And
another Catholic Church similarity.
Yes, except that they're sleeping in your house for a week, you know, so you don't get that break. So a lot of people are just writing their 2x2 family members off. We're over it. I'm kind of going a different route. It's for each to decide.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
It's a very personal thing.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah, it's a wild time. Yeah. It's really crazy.
Well, but I think it's like that's what George and I were so excited when we knew that your podcast was looking for a home, because being able to come from a point of view when you are talking to people who just got out, like that level of empathy from the framework from which you are speaking is very rare. I mean, like, if at all. So I think it's such an advantage that you guys have because you have the experience and you have the empathy and you have the interest, but you also it's not like you're like we are right now. Where we're like, wait, how did it happen? And why would it happen? And whatever. You guys absolutely know how and why usually. So you're right there with people when they're telling their story.
Thank you. Yeah, that's the goal. Like before I found Meagan, when I first had the idea for this podcast, I just was listening to cult podcasts and they all felt so gawky.
Yeah.
Like, look how crazy this was,
Yeah,
you know?
I would never. Well, I feel like that's kind of me a little, and I feel guilty. Like I wasn't raised in any religion that was very was mandatory in any way. So it's so hard for me to understand that, and therefore I feel like I lack a little bit of the empathy that you guys
A lot of people
have.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
I mean, one of my the things that originally made me think of it was I was watching a video about Jonestown and reading some of the comments, and all the comments were like, these idiots, you know, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
Especially because, you know, my mom being so much in doing so much advocacy in the cult world, I've met so many people who have advanced degrees, who are like wildly intelligent, you know, very successful, talented. Like, it's just everybody is susceptible. And that was one of that's the perspective we want to come from, is that like these are just human people. We're having conversations. Everybody's smart. Like there's nothing wrong with you if this happened to you.
Yeah. That's so important.
Yeah.
So speaking of, in your premiere episode for Exactly Right here, you guys interviewed Akina Cox, who was raised in the Unification Church, which some people call the Moonies, which we've discussed many times on the podcast. Was there anything in that conversation that stood out to you or that was surprising to you? You guys have 500 episodes. Do you still get surprised ever?
Yes.
Well, we hadn't interviewed someone who'd actually participated in a mass wedding before, right? Because I don't think Steve did. No, he didn't get married that way. It's not that it was surprising to learn that it happened. It's just like so interesting to get the firsthand perspective of somebody who had been through that, and her parents as well.
Wow. Yeah, because in San Francisco Bay Area, that would be on like the 7:00 news all the time because the Unification Church really kind of posted up in San Francisco. There were so many people kind of left over from the 1969 kind of drug-addled thing.
Right.
And so they were picking people in I'd say mid to late 70s. It happened constantly. And I think it was part of the local news's way of saying, look out, or this is a group that you should be aware of or something. But they would show the footage of 10,000 people getting married at one time. And I remember just like sitting there and turning to my mom like, wait, what is this? And she was just like, the Moonies, like, you know, we know about them or whatever, but it was that kind of like, it's weird to me how much they put it in front of us at the time. Seemed to me to message that kind of like, look out, these people are around.
I really needed somebody to do that for the 2x2s. Hopefully I'm doing that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, even if they did 4 generations, like what could you have done?
Exactly.
And you did it.
Yeah. But to your point, exactly. Like we need people to say, hey, look at what they're doing. It's weird. Otherwise you're like, is that normal? I don't know.
But when you're in it feels so normal.
I know. And the physical abuse, she really shocked me with what they
in the Unification Church.
Like from childhood she was in there, and it was
it's like a ritual. It's part of the practice. I guess you guys have probably talked about it before.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. So she really shook us up a bit.
Also, she's so cool.
Yeah.
She's so funny.
I floated us being friends in real life on the interview, and she was like, maybe. And I was like,
she's like, I'll put you on the list, but it's a long list.
Let me know. Let me know when I'm in your group. Thank you so much. That's so funny.
Yeah.
I think one of the things about, publicizing the mass weddings and like, while it's important to draw attention to stuff like that, it also can create a huge stigma around people who are still in the group.
Like an us versus them.
Yes,
kind
like
of
they're
thing.
weirdos,
Right.
they're evil, they're bad. And we see that a lot where the people who are actually victims of the group are treated as though they are perpetrators.
Like they're coming out with shame.
yeah, and just, having family members who are still in or knowing people who are still in, the 2x2s who are wonderful people, it makes me feel really protective of them. And I absolutely, like we said earlier, understand being like, well, they just need to do their research, but you're just taught like, don't look into this kind of stuff. Don't question. Like, if it's generations deep, it's deep.
That's some serious indoctrination.
It's really deep. So, I just try to hold space for people who are in it.
And
That's generous.
And I just want to shout out something that's been going on with my mom, because we talk about this idea a lot of staying connected to people who are still in the group instead of shunning them.
Right.
Because there will be some media on this part of my mom's journey. But after her experience, she ended up moving to the FLDS town of Colorado City, which is where all the polygamists live, for those who don't know, and just was nice to people and was like an outsider who was like one of the first outsiders to just be nice to them. And through these relationships that she created, she ended up actually getting to know the new self-proclaimed prophet after Warren Jeffs went to prison, and ended up going undercover for the FBI.
I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that turn.
Because now she had earned their trust, and she had earned the trust of some of the victims of him who finally came out to her, and she was able to get them to tell their stories to the FBI. Wow. So it can be also just really powerful for actually helping people, is staying connected to them.
If she was just like, judge,
Exactly.
you're wrong, let me help you out of this, it would not have happened.
Yes, people who are in a group like that and are isolated from any outsiders, like, do need some connection, some safe connection outside of the group in order for anything to ever break.
And I'm glad you brought that up, because do you know who else is being investigated by the FBI?
Tell us.
The 2x2s.
Are they really?
Did the FBI come to my house? They did.
Shut up.
Yeah, so that's good.
Yeah.
It is. You know, it's bringing attention and putting the authority figures who are actually the ones moving these perps around, secretly harboring money, that the spotlight on to them. So good.
Great.
Could actually change something.
Gosh, I hope so.
Yeah. And you're right. I mean, I think that piece of it of like, and we talk about that a lot in this day and age, in this political climate or whatever, where it's like when people feel so identified with a group that's so far over into one area, if they don't think they have anywhere to come back to, then there's no point in ever even trying to.
Right.
Because it's hard enough. I assume it's hard enough to leave, much less to leave and believe that everyone's judging you once you get out the door.
Yes, there's got to be some support system or something.
Yeah.
Bridging that gap, and just, if it's not for you, that's fine. But we talked to, what was his name? Frank, who was going to dinner parties.
You mean the white supremacist?
Yeah, who was that?
So Frank was the one whose boss was Jewish. He was the neo-Nazi. But then our Derek Black, now known as Adrienne Black, she was the one who was David Duke's poster child.
Shut up.
Who has denounced white supremacy and racism and is now, come out as trans. But she was invited to dinner parties by some Jewish friends. And over time, because she forged these new connections with people, it was what broke through her ideology.
Wow. Did they know who she was when they were
invited?
invited?
She was on the radio. She had a radio program for white supremacy.
And they were just being generous.
Yeah. And one of my best friends, Avital, who I
love Avital,
it was her brother who was one of these people who
Small
tiny world.
Yeah. Really small world. But it's all to say, you don't have to have the dinner parties. Some people are like,
no,
I don't
definitely not.
I don't want to have that dinner party, and
Yeah.
I don't have the capacity to, and that's fine. But if you can have a dinner party, or if you can have a conversation and it doesn't send you into a spiral, then that's great. It helps.
Yeah, everyone's unique and everyone's role is different, and not everyone is destined to pull people out of cults.
No, I would say maybe leave it to the people who are really good at dinner parties, really good at small talk, being welcoming without judgment.
Yeah.
Very few of us in this world that actually are like that.
Yeah. I think it's a good thing to strive for, because there is a part of me that feels really guilty about, the way I have considered I would never, but I've been a 20-year-old girl. I've been in my 30s depressed. We've all been at certain places in our lives where we're susceptible to whatever level of influence someone else, wants to
Totally
put on you.
Also, I think it does make us feel better when you go through the world kind of having a cynical eye toward things, you're missing out on stuff, but you're like, I'm not going to fall for it. And so then there is that it's like the cold comfort of telling yourself, I was smarter than everybody, where it was and you didn't get invited to any dinner parties because of it. So there is, I think it's that. It's probably less guilt and more of you're an automatic cynic because of how you were raised. Same with me, where I'm just like, I'll see you coming from a mile away. But it doesn't make me smarter because every human being has the kind of needs that if you're not getting those needs met, any old group can come along and be like, come be in our band. And then, you know.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And like Meagan, we have very different sensibilities
Yes.
in our lives.
I'm a scientist of the metaphysical.
Meagan loves magic.
Yeah, I love magic.
I love science. And
So when she just said I was scientist,
I'm trolling her.
she's trolling me. I believe in nothing.
Yeah.
But so, like, we talk about how anytime we have a cult on the podcast that's like a more spiritual, metaphysical, new age one, like Meagan would join.
Yeah.
And that's what we
Yeah.
traditionally think of cults as, like either religious or that.
Right.
But then you got these like self-help programs, and
Right.
you got these ones that are more for like making you achieve or like
Totally.
making you
Lola's very
smarter.
NXIVM. Yeah,
I
you
would
would've
join
jumped-
NXIVM.
Yes.
That's the one that I
That's
would
a great
join.
point. I'm just thinking about like Jonestown with some religious
No,
leaders.
you're such a NXIVM.
You're right.
You would totally
25-year-old
love it.
Georgia would have fucking signed up immediately.
Yeah, yeah.
burned it
Burned
in.
it in.
Should we
Burned it
play
in.
the game since we're talking about
Good
this?
segue.
Anyway?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. This episode is supported by FX's The Shards, a seductive drama from executive producer Ryan Murphy.
Set in 1980s Los Angeles, the series follows a group of glamorous, deeply entangled high school seniors drawn into a life of wealth, beauty, parties, and excess.
At its center is Brett, whose reality begins to unravel when the arrival of a new student coincides with a series of mysterious murders. FX's The Shards, now streaming on Hulu.
Goodbye.
Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora Jewelry.
Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and unforgettable moments that make the season so special.
Whether you're planning a weekend getaway, gathering with friends, or simply soaking up every sunny day, Pandora Jewelry offers meaningful pieces designed to celebrate your unique story.
From sun-kissed metals that catch the light beautifully to personalized pieces ready to be engraved with your summer mantra, every detail is crafted to help you express yourself with confidence and style.
Explore charms, bracelets, rings, necklaces, and more, thoughtfully designed to complement every adventure and occasion.
Each design moves with you, from beach days and road trips to rooftop dinners, golden nights, and every memory in between.
Layer your favorite looks, mark life's meaningful moments, and create lasting reminders of a season you'll never want to forget.
Find the pieces that reflect who you are and where this summer takes you.
Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection in-store or online at pandora.net and let your summer unfold.
Goodbye. This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace.
Every successful small business starts with someone saying, I wonder if people would actually buy this.
Squarespace gives you everything you need to find out.
From consultations to events and experiences, you can showcase your skills with a customizable website designed to attract clients and grow your business.
With Squarespace's collection of cutting-edge design tools, anyone can build a beautiful, professional online presence that perfectly fits their brand or business.
Get paid on time with professional invoices and online payments. Plus, streamline your workflow with built-in appointment scheduling and email marketing tools.
Head to squarespace.com/murder for a free trial.
And when you're ready to launch, use offer code MURDER to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Goodbye.
So it's time for Would You Join This Cult? With the gals from Trust Me. Well,
Oh, this
one,
one. Oh.
I covered this one. It was the Sarah Lawrence dorm dad who moved into the dorms and basically started this very tiny cult with his daughter's friends.
Yeah.
We
Ugh.
interviewed them. That was a great
Yeah.
episode.
Was it so sad? Because they seem so
It was.
normal.
It
They
was.
they're cool and normal, like all of our guests are.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course. And so manipulated.
Yeah.
Just so manipulated.
I would have joined.
That guy
Yeah.
is endlessly fascinating to me.
Yeah.
You don't get video of like the actual abuse that often.
Right.
And the fact that it's all like on, they were just all filming it on their cell phones. You can just see him talking to that. It's just like
He's so compelling.
nefarious.
I can't remember if he was saying he was in the CIA
Right,
or
yes.
and just had this big story. I'm very drawn to kind no narcissistic liars.
Same.
Yeah,
And you
so-
don't expect your friend's dad to be that.
No, so if your friend's dad is like, I'd be like, what?
Okay.
Yeah, I totally see how that happened.
I would see him as an authority figure for sure.
Yeah.
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 I'd join that shit.
That's a double yes. I love the dorm dad cult is going to be fully occupied.
So would you join the Manson family?
Okay.
Let's go early on.
Yeah,
Like
I would.
early on. Yeah,
Totally.
I see you early on.
Totally. A good commune, hot people. If
Yeah.
you look back at some
Very
pictures,
hot.
Some nice drugs.
drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You would.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like for me, once they move out into like the desert with no plumbing and no,
You might
I
lose
would have
me.
been,
Yeah. And once we start getting into murdering people.
Oh, wait,
Sure.
that too. Like I'm talking about
Absolutely. But
But
like
it's always before we know about the bad stuff.
Yes,
Would you join in the
yes.
beginning?
Yeah.
150 billion%.
right.
I would say no, only because I think the early days would have been all those like kind of like hangout drug parties with the Beach Boys and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Charles Manson sat around playing the acoustic guitar at those
Oh,
parties.
yeah.
So if people were like, we're going to his farm, I'd be like, absolutely
It's so
not.
heartbreaking. You're like, I love this guy, and then you hear his band, and you're like, oh no,
cannot do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Can't
true.
point.
That's true. That's a good point.
Lola?
I think it depends on who I'm exposed to initially. Because I think I would have been drawn to like
Tex?
the
Oh, sorry.
Tex.
Tex Watson?
Tex Watson,
Oh,
the hot guy.
the hot guy.
Oh, I don't
okay.
remember what Tex looks like. Is he hot?
Yeah. Just a tall cowboy.
But somehow more dangerous. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, then probably.
Yeah.
She's like, is he available now?
I think I would have been drawn in general to like the counterculture groups that were happening at that time
Right.
because I'm like anti-capitalist and
Yeah.
shit, you know. But I don't know if it would have been that specific one.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I would want to hang out with the Beach Boy though, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They were on scene. What about the Alamo Christian Foundation? They were the ones that did the airbrush jean jackets in the 80s as
Jean
a way
jackets?
of jean
Yeah.
jackets
Yeah,
as,
I'm in.
as a way to make money. Christian based. It was all about the woman, all
Yeah.
about the wife in the beginning.
And then she died, and like the husband took over. There's this really great documentary that just came out about it. I just covered it. That was I had never heard of it before. But yeah, look
I've
for.
never heard of it before.
Yeah.
This is embarrassing.
No, it's
Ministry of Evil.
oh yeah,
Ministry of Evil.
Ministry of Evil documentary. I mean,
But it's kind of similar to Children of God, I think, in that way where they were like the LA people who were left over from the 60s, still hanging around,
looking
partying.
for purpose.
Yeah. And they're just kind of like, well, how about this purpose? I think they also used flirty fishing styles to get men in, like hot women.
Yeah.
And at one point, they all lived in an apartment off Crescent Heights. And there was like
1,300 people in the house or
It
apartment.
can't be 1,300.
I think it was something like that. But this
Was
is
it
what I think,
300?
though. It's a good point. Like, yeah, maybe it was 300. I'm not
What's
good
the
at math.
difference?
But that's a good point, though. Like, I wonder about the people who back then were hippies and they were doing all these things that were against what they were raised in, and they were still looking for God, but being themselves. I bet that was more susceptible than just the people who were just trying to look for a commune. Had nothing to do with God.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about how surprising it is how many hippies who were like counterculture people joined Christian cults that became like hyper conservative.
Yeah. It's like they
Well, yeah.
they left their home and their hometown and everything, but they still believed and
And
wanted
they
that.
still wanted a community.
Yeah.
And I think that there was something baked into the end of the world and not having saved money that probably appealed to them.
That makes sense.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
I think that's my guess.
Yeah.
So I would probably join it because I have saved no money. And I love jean jackets.
Okay. Here's a big one. Om Shinrikyo. That's the 1980s and 90s Japanese doomsday cult responsible for the 1995 Tokyo subway sarin gas attack.
We have not done an episode on that yet.
Although we have somebody who survived it who agreed to come on.
Wow.
We do?
Yeah, we do.
Ooh.
Yeah.
My uncle lived in an apartment with a roommate who was involved in that, but that's not interview worthy, I don't think.
I mean, maybe. Maybe.
Yeah. Okay, this one, the documentary was incredible. Love Has Won, the 2010 spiritual influencer culture with Mother God, Amy Carlson. It was a new age cult. I don't know if that's more special to you guys in any way.
Megan would join that one.
We interviewed her daughter. I think that off the top of one's head, you might say that I would join, but I would not because it was, I'm trying to think of how to word this, a little bit like,
Too yoga based?
no,
No, she's into that.
Okay.
What I'm trying to say is that it was like a little bit more meth rather than like, you know what I mean? Like there was a high meth vibe there.
Got
like
it.
very cluttered, dirty.
Oh, that's true.
Stay
That's
up all
true.
night.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't it just the one guy?
Yeah, but
was
like
just-
it was
never just one guy.
Like there was like
Meth.
there was too many posters. There was like too many. It was just
You needed to be
Gross.
like pristine.
yeah, more like if Goop, if Gwyneth had one,
Yeah.
you know, like I need it
She
to be
kinda does, yeah.
aesthetically pleasing.
You don't want to
And
watch
this-
the sunrise.
No, this was just too many
I totally hear you.
trinkets.
You don't want to have to be telling people to clean the kitchen.
No.
Not adults.
No.
If we're all going to live in this farmhouse together.
Because I'm assuming I would join this one more as an adult, whereas I'm thinking myself as a teenage 60s girly when I'm joining the Mansons, just so people have like a
Like, what part of your life is the person who would? Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you.
yeah.
These are the days of
I
your
still
life.
think if you didn't know how they were living and you saw Amy Carlson.
Yes,
yeah.
she's great.
She was
I mean, no,
dynamic.
she wasn't great.
But you
Meagan,
know.
no, she's
But you would like watch her YouTube videos or
I
something.
totally would. I totally would be susceptible to her. I did have friends who liked her. I thought maybe she was a little crazy. But the interesting thing about Amy is that she did say, "I think I'm crazy," and her followers said, "No, you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
So
You're God."
fascinating.
How do you get that many followers if you're crazy? You know what I mean? Like,
and so she kind of
Yeah.
tried to back off from it. She was
Yeah.
like, "You know what? Never mind." And they're like, "No, we're gonna watch
Too
you
late
die
now.
and wrap your body in Christmas lights."
so sad.
So
Yeah.
that's what's happening
Which
here.
also is very methy.
That's
That
so
whole thing of like an
bad.
art project.
a dead body.
As someone who has been on meth before as a younger person,
Excuse me.
that is very methy.
Oh,
Oh,
you
yeah.
haven't heard? That's
I know.
Georgia's cult
Rehab.
of meth. Yeah.
Oh, I did not know.
Yeah.
Georgia's cult of meth. So you would join this?
I would at 14. I would have at 14
Wow.
for sure.
14. Wow.
Okay.
Did
Yeah.
not know.
Shocking.
Not now. No more meth. No more meth now. That's what
That's
you're asking.
good.
I want to ask a question. Do you guys think, and this might be inflammatory, but is there any like influencers today? Because I have a lot of friends who are like, you've got to watch this person's videos or you've got to listen to this person's podcast. It changed my life. And I'm immediately like, red
Lola
flag.
thinks all of them are.
Yeah.
A good amount.
You don't
of
have to
them.
name names, but is there like
Teal
a...
Swan.
Well, obviously Teal Swan
Yeah.
and Benton Home Massaro, but they've both been already sort of exposed for their behaviors.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, I love a good person speaking to aliens, but they're all full of shit, most likely.
Yeah.
What were you about to say?
What if one isn't?
Exactly.
Just the one. You just
All
need
you
one
need
to
is one.
poke through. Did you see, the brother and sisters that were the original on Dancing with the Stars? Julianne Hough? Have you seen those? Like she now has some sort of
actress?
The
No.
beautiful
She was the
actress?
dancer on Dancing with the Stars. That it was.
Oh.
She's a blonde. She's really perfect, and she has started what started out as like a wellness company, but she
course.
went to do like the live speaking for it, and people post the video and they're like, "This is absolutely a cult." Like the way she isn't really saying anything, but everyone's like cheering like crazy, and she's
Yeah.
kind of like doing a little bit of a dance, but also is like, we all are going to get to, and people say it's like maybe like a little bit of a born again Christian fundamentalist like going in that direction.
Megan's ready to defend. I can see it on her face.
let's hear it.
Okay, but like where do we draw the line with just like being motivated?
I mean,
I think it bolero hats. if we just cut it there, where it's like, sorry, you've gone over the line. We can't trust you over here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I just have an allergy to the level of certainty that a lot of these people use
Yes.
in how they speak.
Yes.
And like a certainty about things that like nobody has certainty on. You know what I
I
mean?
love that.
And like a lot of the people who are selling supplements, for example, like are there any real scientists on the board of their
Right.
company?
And even if
Usually
they are,
not.
the FDA is not checking it out.
Right.
Yeah.
And what's tricky is that so many of these people will have videos that have really good advice.
Yeah.
Like it's not black and white. I hate Jordan Peterson. He's got a couple good videos on relationships. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Teal Swan has a couple good videos on relationships. So it doesn't mean that there isn't some value in like some things that they'll say, but like how certain are they talking and what do they actually know about that subject? And are you going to other sources as well for your information?
It's almost like it has to have some solid information at
Must.
base, right? Because it has to grow
Must.
from somewhere.
Yes.
So you're like, this is a person that is giving me this kind of insight. If there was no real insight, you wouldn't stay. way.
Exactly.
So you're getting a little more of that, like, how can I be on the grind that Julianne Hough is on and, get my eyes real wide?
Yeah, and that's why arguing with them is so annoying for both of you, because they have the nugget of truth that they're trying to get you to see, and you see the mirror of lies and that you're trying to get them to see, and you both can't.
And yours is probably harder to explain than theirs is. Theirs is just like, I just do believe it. And you're like, but how about
this and this and this
yeah.
and this? Yeah.
But I remember making those same arguments when I was like still very much a Mormon. I was like, no, but I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like random people in high school would be like, yeah, but how do you know? And I'd be like, I just know.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you feel bad for them, or you just like didn't?
I felt bad for them, and I also felt attacked by them.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Well, you were. That was the attack.
Yes. We were both seriously bullied.
Fair enough. Hence podcasting.
Yeah.
Exactly. This is how we all got here.
Should we each pick one of these?
Do we have different cards or the same cards?
I don't know. What do you have? What's your last one?
I haven't
shit.
seen
Oh,
it.
are we asking them if they would join a
Yeah,
cult?
wait,
Sure.
should we?
Yeah.
Oh, this one's good.
Haven't we butted in on all of these? Okay. Weren't we already
Pick
doing
a favorite. Let's pick a favorite.
You or us?
Both of
You
us, all of
guys,
us.
you guys
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah,
How
you
about
guys
that
go.
one?
Yeah.
Hoyt Richards is a friend of mine who we did an episode on him. He was a supermodel, a male supermodel in the 90s who was modeling with all of the iconic supermodel women. He got drawn into a cult in the 90s and early 2000s. And it was all these like successful people. Would you join a cult full of supermodels?
Of course.
A beautiful people's cult? Isn't that
am
what
I?
everyone is trying to do every day of their lives?
Right.
It's
Yeah.
like, when will I get my phone call?
Right.
Yeah, he did end up getting so supremely isolated, and they made him give up his career, and he escaped like in the night from this compound. His story is absolutely crazy.
Wow.
But like Hoyt's hot, and
It's hot.
Beautiful people know more than we do, right?
Sometimes.
Maybe.
They must.
What about, would either of you guys join Heaven's Gate?
I think early on I would have.
Yeah.
why?
The alien thing, I think it's just fascinating. And like, it never got so big that it felt like you were like anonymous. You were just part of this spaceship. Maybe in my 20s,
Are
obviously.
you into aliens? Is that your thing?
I want to be proven wrong. I want to be like proven that aliens exist because I don't believe in anything. But
I also find aliens very exciting.
yeah. Or what about a ghost one? A ghost cult? Is there a ghost cult?
Is there a ghost
You
cult?
can't just make up cults. Not when the Trust Me gals are on.
Okay, I'm officially starting my cult today.
I don't feel like I know of a ghost cult.
There's a cult where somebody channeled somebody dead.
Okay.
Well, yeah, but like I want to be haunted. Like it is a
Yeah.
goal of mine to be haunted since I don't believe in anything.
It's exactly how I feel about
Okay,
aliens. Yeah.
great.
Like I want
Yeah.
to be proven.
This is the beginning of a horror movie that I want no part in.
Okay, we're gonna come back in a year, and I'm gonna be an alien, and you're gonna be a ghost. No,
Wait, that means I'm dead.
I honestly remember seeing somebody from Heaven's Gate on the news that lived. One of those people that like stayed behind.
yeah.
and he
Maybe
had his-
who are in
Frank, was it Frank who
was he the
Not
website
sure.
guy? They left behind
They
someone
all
who
were,
knew
I
how to
think.
work
You
the
watched
website.
a
Yeah.
lot of news, P.S.
Yes. I'm older than everybody. I'm a child of the 70s. My parents watched 6 and 7 o'clock news.
Wow.
And then Jeopardy. So I just had to sit there powering through because I wasn't going to stop watching TV, whether it was
No.
news or
Any TV.
No, I didn't care. So then I just had a lot of questions. But that one, I just remember when that happened, it was so shocking. And it was like early 90s,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like 90 or 91. And there was just an interview with one of the guys that was left behind. And they asked him, why did you join? It was like, this is so crazy. Why would you join this? And he was just like, I don't know, I have nothing else to do. And just did. It was like he had kind of like low grade depression and just was like, I just don't see what else there is to do. And when I saw him say that on the news, I was like, oh, you better be careful with these feelings that you have. Because it was like, yeah, I know that feeling where I'm just like, I just want to sit on the couch and like not do anything. And it's like that is an opening of like thinking that mindset is the way it's always going to be, I guess.
And you know, people who are really fired up about something trigger something, and others who are maybe a little more depressive leaning or something. And you can go into it with the savviness of like, this person's kind of crazy. I just need a little bit of like things to do.
Stimulation.
And you still get sucked in, even with the prior knowledge.
I completely understand that. Like when you see someone who's excited about something, you're like, God, I wish I could feel that. So maybe I'm going to fake it until I do, or like maybe I'm going to force myself to.
Well, and also one of the things that they do is create strong emotional experiences in you, so you keep coming back. So if you're someone who's like not getting a lot of those, like that's going to be pretty appealing.
Yeah. Also with relationships, like I'll be like, this guy's a little insane. Like,
but
I'm not gonna
I can handle
I'm not gonna
it.
fall in love with him. I'm just gonna have some good, hookup situations, like no big deal. And then 3 months later, I'm like
crying.
You're like, I am trapped.
Yeah.
How did I get
friends
here?
are like, what is wrong with
Yeah.
you?
Literally same.
And I'm like, all of it, everything. I knew. And
Or
I still
like-
did
It doesn't matter if you know
Doesn't matter.
sometimes.
No. It does
because
not
the
matter.
emotional highs and lows work on you even if you logically know that they're happening.
Yes.
If you've ever gotten in a bad relationship, you are susceptible to a cult.
Hey, oh my God.
Everyone on the planet.
Yeah.
Not everyone.
Wow.
Some people have secure attachment styles.
No. Not anyone listening to this podcast.
Never seen it.
Thank God.
Never
because
seen it.
Those are not
Never
our
seen
people.
it. That's a ghost.
Also, shout out because Frank Lyford was the Heaven's Gate survivor that we had on our
Oh, cool.
podcast, and his story is incredible and
Unbelievable.
very, very
That
heartbreaking.
makes me happy to hear. If it is the same guy, it makes me happy to hear because he
okay.
clearly was into something. He's stuck around with us.
Yeah.
Like it didn't,
Amazing.
what he went into. And that's also a thing of like being young and making that decision, such a final decision, traumatic for a survivor, all of those things where it's like, yeah, can you picture maybe in 20 years you will not feel like this?
Well,
and
no, and that's one of the things that the apocalyptic thinking is so powerful and staving
effective.
off. And
Yeah.
like the 2x2s in particular, when we're all groomed to want to be workers, that's what it's called when we grow up. That means that we don't have any possessions, we don't get married, we're celibate, and we go live in people's houses forever. And a very good kind of person is drawn to that life,
For sure.
who maybe has a little bit of OCD, a million different things, but then a very bad type of person is also drawn to that. So you have this dichotomy of personality types that get drawn into
Yeah.
these circumstances.
all kinds of
Wow.
agendas.
All kind
Yeah.
of
both
agendas.
sides.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see myself joining an apocalypse cult just because it seems exciting.
Yeah.
You know, like sometimes I'm like, I was living in LA for 20 years. It's the same shit every day.
Yeah.
Like if I knew the end of the world was coming and like something was going to happen to
Yeah.
all of us and the Lord would make like decision, I could see that being just, I
The
don't know.
happiest people I know are planning for doomsday. They have a very strong purpose. It's like packing for a trip.
Because nothing else matters,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. You're
It's
like
like
very
everyone loves a deadline.
I feel like that's the
love
crossover
it.
for my alien doomsday thing. Like that's the alien doomsday.
they're kind of
scenario.
a pair for you.
Yeah.
the pie chart of that.
Independence
You're
Day.
right there in the center.
The movie Independence Day, yes.
Georgia watching Independence Day is the center of that pie chart.
Documentary, but it's you guys know it's a documentary.
Mars Attacks? I don't
Mars
know.
Attacks. Yes.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
No, that's a good point. That's a good point. And to that good point, like as I joked about earlier, like I don't have a savings. I was not taught to think that tomorrow would come. Right. And every time I left the house, it was like, is that what you want to be wearing when Jesus comes back to the world?
Wow.
Is that what you want to be thinking? Do you want to be in the movie theater when Jesus comes back? And you'd be like, no, I guess not. But like, I really wanted to see Clueless. I don't know.
Just a
Like,
human
it's-
being.
Yeah, I'm just a human being trying to figure it out. And a lot of people who were in that group do have savings accounts and were able to think rationally about things and hold both things at once. I think some people aren't and are like, well, the world will end tomorrow, so I'm not going to worry about it. And that was me.
They didn't give you a specific timeline, right? Though, because in
No.
Mormonism, it was like, it could be tomorrow, it could be in 50 years. We don't know, but
It
it's
was
soon.
probably tomorrow and the 2x2.
Really? Yeah.
More pressing.
I need a time. I'm so
yeah.
punctual. It's annoying. Like I need
a time.
know.
And that's why this like time in the world is so perfect for these conversations because the world actually kind of is ending. So
Totally.
it's
Yes.
like
So
just a
many ways.
pressure cooker of
Yeah.
so many belief systems and trying to dig yourself
Well,
out.
and we're all looking for answers and we're all looking for reasons to think maybe why the world actually isn't ending.
Right.
Yeah.
and why it matters if it doesn't and what the meaning of life is. It's a really
and the
important
belief
time.
system is so dichotomous that it's like, how can those people think that?
Yeah.
But they're thinking the same thing about us.
Yeah.
Well, the time has never been better for us to have a cult podcast, and we are so excited it's your guys. We
Yeah.
really are.
Yay.
Thank you so much for joining us because
Yeah.
we are So glad to have you on this network.
Oh,
Thank
we're
you
so
for
glad to
having
be
us.
here.
That's right. You guys, trust me. Cults, Extreme Belief, and Manipulation debuts on Exactly Right on July 30th with new episodes every Wednesday.
And go listen, subscribe, and give it a 5-star review. You know those reviews are very important.
Yes, that subscription is important. So thanks for being here. Thank you
Yes.
for listening.
Thank you guys so
Thank
much.
you.
Yay.
Elvis, do you want a cookie?
This has been an Exactly Right production.
Our senior producers are Alejandra Keck and Molly Smith.
Our editor is Aristotle Acevedo.
This episode was mixed by Liana Scolacci.
Our researchers are Maren McGlashan and Allie Elkin.
Email your hometowns to myfavoritemurder@gmail.com.
Follow the show on Instagram at My Favorite Murder.
Listen to My Favorite Murder on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
And now you can watch us on Exactly Right's YouTube page. While you're there, please like and subscribe. Goodbye.
Hey everybody, here's the thing about other home security systems. They're all designed for after the window breaks, after someone's inside, after you get the notification, after the police come. SimpliSafe is the first system designed for before, stopping a break-in before it even begins.
That's right. Unlike traditional security systems that only alert you after a break-in is already underway, SimpliSafe is designed to help prevent the crime before it starts. Their cameras can detect suspicious activity at the perimeter and alert live U.S.-based agents. Then SimpliSafe's agents assess the threat, intervene, speak through the camera to scare off the intruders, and call for 911 dispatch.
That's right, and SimpliSafe has been protecting your world for 20 years, everybody. So celebrate their anniversary and save 60% on your new SimpliSafe system at simplisafe.com/stuff. That's 60% off, you guys, at simplisafe.com/stuff. Plus, when you order, write in our show name and the How Did You Hear About Us survey to let them know that we sent you. Don't forget, there's no safe like SimpliSafe.
Hello, beautiful. I'm Amy Errett, founder of Madison Reed, a hair color company I named after my daughter. I started Madison Reed because I believed women deserve better. Better ingredients, better results, and the freedom to color on your terms. Color at home with our permanent hair color kit in less time and for less than a typical salon. It's a salon in a box for rich, dimensional color and 100% gray coverage. Try our 10-minute root touch-up kit for a permanent root refresh, or our hair and brow mascara to cover stray grays on the go. Or visit one of our 95 hair color bars nationwide to let our licensed pros color your hair for you. Join the more than 5 million women who have switched to our award-winning color. Visit madison-reed.com and use code PODCAST20 for 20% off your first order or service. Confident, bold, unstoppable. That's the power of Madison Reed.
In the summer, healthy habits are easy to keep until you leave the house.
You walk out the door, and the next thing you know, you're barefoot and feral in a gas station candy aisle.
That's why Kachava makes it easy to maintain your routines.
Kachava is an all-in-one nutrition shake, and now it comes in new travel packs.
Every packet gives you a simple shake with protein, fiber, vitamins and minerals, greens, probiotics, omegas, electrolytes, and more.
They're easy to toss into a bag, easy to take on the road, and a simple way to stick with your normal wellness habits, even when your schedule changes.
Man, that Kachava matcha in the individual packs is like my dream snack. It's exactly what I need and want in between the not great meals I'm eating for lunch and the snacks I would have had anyways that are terrible for me. Like, this is something I feel like I'm treating myself when I take.
You're treating yourself to vitamins, fiber, all these things that your body really wants and needs and kind of craves that it does seem like it takes a big effort to get. So now you're getting it all in one packet and in a little drink you like.
Take your daily ritual with you.
Go to Kachava.com and use code MFM for 15% off your first order.
That's Kachava, KACHAVA.com, code MFM.
Goodbye.